All right, y'all. So I believe that the saying goes, nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Go Pepto-Bismol. Like, we got to help you out, babe.
I know you a liar. You get hot, burn you up with the fire. If you say I'm not hot, then I know.
All right. Now, if you are wondering why Donald Trump in this photo looks like he smelt the stench of his own dark soul leaving his body and entering the realms of Tartarus and maybe the fucking Phantom Zone, CNN says this: the former president's team had actually discussed what they wanted that mugshot to look like prior to him going to the Fulton County jail and taking it. And the former president himself ultimately decided that he wanted to look defiant. Now, I don't know. Let me tell you something. There are many ways to look defiant, but if one of the ways makes you look like you have barbed wire just going all up and through your large and small intestines, girl, I don't know what to tell you, because I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know what these eyebrows are doing. Let me tell you something about these eyebrows. It seems like the one that is on our left has been dealt with by a medical professional with a defibrillator, and they left the other one on our right to just flatline. I don't know what, and he be talking about, oh my goodness, why does Fox and Friends use these ugly pictures of me? Girl, this is what you present to us. So I don't know what do you want us to do? Work some fucking magic? I mean, I guess we could call upon Gandalf and fucking Melisandre, but I don't even think they can help you out. Oh my goodness, they're using such bad pictures of me. Girl, that's what you have to, if you serve us bullshit on a platter, don't be mad that you can smell it when it moves past your table, girl. Like, what do you want us to do about it? NBC says this: former President Donald Trump turned himself in Thursday night at the Fulton County Jail to be booked, of course, on felony charges in connection with efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in Georgia. Trump arrived at the jail shortly after 7:30 p.m. Eastern in a presidential style motorcade and was booked, fingerprinted, and photographed for a mugshot within minutes, according to jail records. Trump was quickly released, according to the records. He was in and out of the jail about 20 minutes it took him. Now, I know that there's nothing inside of that head, right? I know that there's nothing inside of his head, but we can at least figure out what the hell is, what kind of creature, what kind of fur is laying on top of that head. If someone has an answer, please leave in the comments. If someone has an answer, someone has deciphered what exactly is sitting on top of his head, please leave it in the comments. Everybody wants to know. Everybody's trying to figure it out. Girl, it's one of, the universe's actually greatest mysteries. We trying to figure this shit out. Now, going back to what CNN said about his team, and him deciding, to look defiant in this goddamn mugshot. I knew that this mugshot, let's just use our brains. I knew that this mugshot would become some kind of, or they would try to turn it into some kind of symbol for him, standing up against the powers that be, blah, 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 blah. And before I get to that, I know that Trump and the rest of his motherfucking cohorts, they racist asses, bitch. I know that they were so frustrated that they came down to Atlanta to get fucking arrested, bitch. I know, I'm sure you could look up. I think he said some shit like, oh girl, murder and all type of crazy crimes out of control down there. It's just like, we know you hate the fact that you have to come to Nigger Town. Oh, Trump, we know that you hate it. That you had to come all the way down to Nigger Town and get booked this shit. Girl, booked his ass. So yeah, like I said, we already knew that the other side, the right, whatever you want to call them, the wrong, we knew that these conservatives were going to, or that they were going to try to turn this mugshot into some symbol of power, some symbol of like, oh girl, he's standing up against these people, the weaponized ass justice system, justice department, blah, 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 blah. Right? So I knew it was coming, but I did not imagine that it would come like this, or that they would try to brand it in this way. So he posted this on Truth Social, that's his social media site or whatever, and also Twitter, which actually he'd been absent from for quite a while. And of course, he posted it with a link to his fundraising site. Can't forget that. As you can see here, it says election interference, never surrender. and the link to his site. Now, what I find so fucking hilarious, and I said this already on Twitter, but I was like, the only reason we even have this mugshot is because you surrendered. You surrendered yourself. So to sit here and be like, okay, never surrender, and post a mugshot that we only got because you fucking surrendered, is so hilarious. But to me, it's the it just really highlights the kind of oxymoronic speech and shit that they feed to their base, but they eat it up. They eat it up. His team knew that they would eat it up. They've eaten up worse meals in the past. They've eaten up less nutritious meals in the past. So bitch, I'm not surprised that they're eating it up, but I'm always taken aback. It's always like so interesting to watch how easy it is to rile they dumb asses up. You literally handed yourself over to Fulton County, and then afterward gonna talk about, oh, we're never gonna hand ourselves over. We're never going to surrender. Anyway, speaking of fucking Fulton County, ATL is already starting. ATL is already starting. I was wondering how long it's gonna take, bitch. Let me tell you something. These Atlanta flyers need to be put up in some kind of museum or some shit, girl. I'm not even playing with y'all. Welcome to Rice Street. They got this man in a fucking orange jumpsuit, and they food and drink specials this Thursday. Girl, Atlanta is unserious. Atlanta is an unserious place. It is it's like a land of fantasy. It's like Narnia, bitch. Like, of course Atlanta's doing this shit. Atlanta, if one thing Atlanta's good at, Atlanta gonna flip a coin. Atlanta gonna find a way. Atlanta gonna find somehow, some way to make a coin off of whatever the fuck happening. Bitch, they girl, and I'm sure there's so many more flyers that these promoters, these ATL party people done made, but this was the first one that came across my timeline, and I'm telling you right now, I'm cackling. Only in ATL, ho. So here are 11 of the 18 defendants, and also Trump, who turned themselves in when it comes to this whole case about like trying to fuck with the election in Georgia. I want you to take a close look at all of these defendants. One of these defendants is not like the other. Can you tell which one? All right. So now let's look at this. Let's look at this. And Philip be having the tea. Philip always has the tea. The booking photo for Harrison Floyd, the leader of Black Voices for Trump. And you see here, he's the only defendant without a bond agreement, so he's still in custody. So, girl, I don't know. They were talking about, the reason why he ain't got bond or whatever, because he was, I don't know if he assaulted an FBI agent or some shit. I don't know what they talk about. But all I'm saying is, I'm just repeating what so many people on social media has said. Like, girl, he must have not gotten the talk from his parents about, they can do certain things, but you can't, girl. He ain't got it. But bitch, he's still in custody. All these white people. I mean, Trump spent 20 minutes in that jail. He walked the fuck back out. You see, when you do coonery, the jail doors come back to slam. Okay. Get him out of here. Black Voices for Trump. Wow. How loud is that voice right now? How loud is that voice right now? And I think that a lot of people are doing, like, a lot of people follow behind Trump because they're just like, well, if anything happens, if I go to jail, if I go to prison, whatever, he could pardon me, he could get me out, he can use his resources or whatever, his people, to help get me the fuck out. But it's just like, girl, you are a whole entire nigga. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Anyway, obviously it's funny to joke about this fucking mugshot. It's so much fun to watch these people get so riled up and mad. Oh my goodness, how dare they arrest Trump, blah 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 blah. And Trump talking about, oh my goodness, they're so mad that I challenge the election. You can't challenge the election. No, bitch, they talking about that you tried to overthrow the fucking government, bitch. They said that you were trying to tamper with the election. You didn't demand a recount, bitch. You went and tried to tamper with that hoe. So, it's fun to joke about this shit, but it's like, girl, this is the, third, fourth time that Trump has been indicted. Are y'all actually gonna lock his ass up while this whole charade is going on, while everybody's jumping up for George, while we cracking all these fucking jokes? Are y'all actually gonna do anything to this man? Because he literally, I will never forget, this man said I could literally get up, what did he say? And shoot somebody in public in broad daylight and nothing would happen. And it's just like, yeah, are y'all actually going to do something? Or is this just, you know, another charade, another party, another moment for, you know, media to get their clicks, for everybody to get their clicks, social media, everybody get their clicks. And, you know, it just goes back to the same old. The fact that he's even allowed to run for office, the fact that he's even in this presidential race is already foolishness as it is. It's like unseriousness. So it's like, I've just seen it so many times where people put up these distractions and, you know, to get the American people, you know, laughing and kikiing and joking and shit. But then 2-3 weeks time, when the shit is out of the media cycle, bitch, this man gonna be still walking around. So it's like, okay, it's fun to joke, it's fun to clown, but bitch, y'all done indicted this man 3-4 times. Y'all gonna have to cut something for, and I know that people are like, well, okay, there's way too many you know, charges brought against him. He might not get away. But it's just like, girl, y'all said that this man was not even going to be president in the first place. So I'm gonna believe it when I see it at this point. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I could go on, but let's stop it right here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out all the links in my description box, my Patreon, my music, my ebook, my audiobook. Love you all so much, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.